Good morning, students. So let us continue budgetary chapter, budgetary control. So this is important exam point of view. Compulsory he will give this question cash budget and flexible budget is important. Okay. So we'll do cash budget now. So what is the meaning of cash budget? First we'll understand. Okay. So and its preparation also will what is its importance also we'll see. First we'll see what is the meaning of cash budget. Okay, budget means what? Anything which is prepared in advance. Okay, so expenses and receipts. Cash means what? The company, the company will receive cash or they will pay cash. Okay, so the management wants to know how much cash they have to pay in future, how much they'll receive in future. Okay, so if they prepare any budget on this called as cash budget. In advance they are before paying, making payments to creditors or before receiving from the outsiders, the company wants to know how much they will receive in the months, in the following months. Okay, it is actually prepared every month. So what is see, the cash flow budget is a prediction of future cash. Prediction means what? In future how much cash will receive and how much we have to pay for a particular period of time. Usually months, it is short period means what? Period of time means 1 month we talk about. So before receiving any cash, before making payments to outsiders, the company wants to know how much they will receive, how much they have to pay in a particular month. Okay, so it says it usually covers a period in the short few time future. So short term future means only three, it's about 3 months, 4 months. He'll ask you to prepare. The cash flow budget helps the business determine when the income will be sufficient to cover expenses and when the company will need seek outside financing. So which means what? The company wants to know in near future the company's funds which the company is receiving, it is sufficient to pay the expenses or not. They want to see. If it is not sufficient, what they will do? They will take from outside some money. They will take. Okay. So this is talk about so cash budget is talking about like this. So cash budget is also called financial budget. So we call cash budget as financial budget. So it's very easy. Okay, so what you have to understand, cash budget means what? It's nothing but it's a prediction. It will tell you in future, in next 2 or 3 months, how much cash you will receive and what all expenses you have to pay. Okay, if your cash is sufficient or not to pay those expenses or not, that will cash will tell. Okay, next what is his importance? Cash budget helps in planning of cash requirements that a business need over a period of time. So same, it is helping the business to know either either the company is receiving the cash that is required or not. Okay, to meet expenses. Cash budget helps in keeping a check on the execution of the management policies. So management will have every month some targets. They will say that this much goods will sell, this much amount we have to receive. Okay, and this much expenses we have to meet. So they will make all the policies in advance. Cash budget helps to know whether cash expenditure items can be financed internally or not. So we have to make expenditure, we have to make some payments. So that payments we have to pay from our income, or we have to take money from outside to meet the expenses. Okay, so the cash which we are receiving, that is sufficient to pay our expenses. If it is not, so from where we have to take and the money, and we have to pay that expenses, that we'll talk about in cash budget. Next, cash budget reveals shortage of cash so that can be arranged by overdraft. Overdraft means what? Bank will give overdraft facility. If there is no cash, if we do not have cash to pay our expenditures, then we can take money from bank in the form of overdrafts or short-term loans, we can say. Overdraft is nothing but short-term loan that we take from bank. Cash budget also enables the management to ascertain the possibility of financing the capital expenditure project internally. So if you want to buy any asset, capital means what? Capital expenditure means what? We want to buy any asset, or we want to buy any machine, or we have to do any expenditure, okay, which it requires a lot of huge money. So that money where should we take? Should we have that money in a company to purchase an asset, or we have to take a loan from outside to buy that asset? Okay, that again cash budget will tell the management that we have enough cash to buy asset, no need of going out and buying a asset. So no need of going out and taking a loan to buy the asset. And the cash budget, if they prepare, the cash budget will tell, no, we do not have money to buy the asset. So what you do? Go outside, take a loan and buy the asset. Okay, that expenditure cash budget is giving information. Cash budget helps the management in knowing existing and anticipating cash resources and their utilization. So the cash budget will tell how much cash we are having now, and how much cash we'll receive in near future, and where we have to invest. is it sufficient or not, okay, that it is talking about. Next, cash budget reveals surplus of cash so that it can be invested properly. If we are getting more expenses, means what, if we are getting more income and we are having less expense, then we'll get what, surplus. Means what, surplus when do we get, when we have more income, means more money the company is receiving and they have to pay less money, in that case they will get what, surplus. Okay, so if there is surplus is there, so the company will not keep the surplus money with them, so what they will do, that money they will invest somewhere else. Okay, so they have to invest the money somewhere else, so that is called investment properly. So if the company is having cash surplus, what they will do, they will plan so that they can invest in a place where they can again generate revenue, extra revenue they will generate. Okay, so this is about what, cash budget importance. Next, how, what we will all have in cash budget, we'll have in cash budget receipts and payments method. We don't have this at your level adjusted profit and loss account method, and balance sheet will not have. So at your level, what do we have, we have only receipts and payment account at your level, so that only we'll see. It's very easy, believe me, the problem is very easy. What some points we have to follow. Okay, I'll explain all the points which are important so that we can easily solve. We have seen in flexible budget, right? In flexible budget, what we have to do, in flexible budget, per unit column we know, total we know. In per unit column, what we have to do, we should know variable expenses will be the remain same and total fixed cost in total will remain same, that we have seen, right? Okay, like that some logic will apply here also and we will solve the problem. It's very easy to solve problem, believe me, just to you see the video, properly, and please for practice is important. So this is a format for cash budget. So what format is talking about, we'll see the format. See, first we have to receive, first opening balance, cash and bank balance will be there. Okay, cash balance, opening cash and bank balance will be there. There is no need we will have a cash in hand, we may have a cash in bank also. That's why we are writing opening balance, cash and bank balance. Okay, and we know many of the companies will deal only with the bank, they will not do any cash transaction, they will do, but mostly they will do transaction through bank. Okay, chali. Next we have, first will receive money, that is receipts. We have two types of receipt, one we will receive from business and we will receive from outside. Apart from business, okay, we will receive two types of income, one is trading receipt, one is other is non-trading receipt. Trading receipt means what, you only sell goods and you will receive money, that is called trading receipts. Okay, no need of writing separately, we can write at one place. The format is saying you write separately, trading result, non-trading receipts, not required. Okay, at one place we can write trading receipts, cash sales, and collection from debtors. Collection from debtors means what, credit sales we have done. So the company can do two options they are having, either they can sell goods on cash or they can sell goods on credit. Okay, if they sell goods on cash, they will receive cash. If they sell goods on credit, they will receive money from debtors. Okay, next, what the company, again the company will receive money from non-trading receipts. What all we are having, issue of shares, issue of debentures, interest received, discount received, sale of fixed assets, and any miscellaneous receipts. So this are all receipts, so put together we can write, no need of showing separately trading receipts and non-trading receipts, put together we can show at one place. Then we do total, we get what, total receipts. Next is what, total payments. So total payments, again we are having what, cash purchases and payment to creditors. Now this is option of purchases. Now you can purchase in the form of cash or you can purchase in the form of credit. If you purchase goods in credit, you have to make payments, okay, to creditors. When we receive money from debtors, we have to write collection from debtors because we sold the goods on credit, and here we are receiving payment to creditors, means we are paying the good, we have to pay because we have purchased on credit. Okay, next, here we are expenses, labor cost means wages, factory overheads, admin overheads, selling and distribution overheads. Then non-trading payments, purchase of fixed assets, tax paid, dividend paid, interest paid, miscellaneous expenditure. Then we get total payments. Okay, so what we have to do, either to know if we got surplus or what deficit. So what we have to do, from receipts, total receipts, we have to deduct expenses. From receipts we have to deduct expenses total, we get either surplus or deficit. If our expenses receipts are more compared to our expenses, then we get what, a surplus. Okay, if our expenses receipts are less and expenses are more, then we get deficit. Okay, it's very easy, I'll explain you. So this is the format for cash receipts, cash budget. It's very easy, we can easily solve problems. Okay, so this is a format of cash budget. I wanted to see for a minute. So we will do example number 7. Okay, so what is question? So understanding question is very important. You have to understand the question, what he is saying. It's very important to understand the question. So we are having a company called Candy Company, so wishes to arrange overdraft facilities with its bankers. During the period of April to June for a particular year. So he is having a bank with a overdraft facility, not required this information. So we have to prepare budget from April to June. When it will be manufacturing mostly for stock, prepare a cash budget for the above period time for the following data. So April to June we have to prepare a budget indicating the extent of the bank facilities the company will require at the end of the each month. So that is not required. So what is required from here, the name of the company we require, and we require the budget we have to prepare from April to June. Okay, next months he has given February, March, April, May, June. He has given sales, he has given purchase, he has given wages. We'll get a doubt, sir. In question he asked us to prepare budget from April to June. Sir, why he has given information of February and March? Okay, this February and March information of sales, purchase and wages is given so that the company has purchased some goods on credit and they sold goods on credit also. Okay, so the information is given February and March. Why it is given means, sir, the company has sold goods on credit and the company has purchased goods on credit. For that reason that it has been given. Okay, so it's very easy, we'll solve.